Hello ladies and gents, Romie Reviews here. Please like, comment, subscribe. This is my review for Love and Hip Hop New York Season 10, Episode 9, Crease the Timbs. That's a weird title, but let's go with it. It starts with Rich. And Rich Dallas, he goes and meets up with his daughter, Ashley, because he needs to let her know that, hey, you are going to therapy. And most importantly, you were brought up in an environment of abuse that he wasn't aware of, and he wants to make sure that she knows that that's not okay. Whether it's her fighting with a potential boyfriend or husband, or the husband attacking her, either way, it's not okay. And he just wants to make sure his daughter is good and fully understands that, hey, he's going to be there whether something ends up happening to the mom jail-wise or not, which is important because right now she just needs to feel as secure as she can since they don't know what the state's going to do. This is a really, really bad situation. Really bad. Now we see Joel's, he's there with his kids, and they're young. They're young, and he's just spending some time with them, talking to them, and it was nice to see. It was definitely nice to see. Now we see Mano and Maggie has a side hustle. Maggie, she has a hair company, and it looks like she has a mini hair salon. Not hair salon, but hair boutique and all of that, which is cool. Definitely makes some real money off of that. Here's the problem. She wants to do music. Apparently, she met Mano because she was trying to book a studio, and it was his studio. And after the whole shooting thing, she dialed back off of all of that. He's looking at her like, she's saying, there's a song that I really like that you have. Can I do the hook on it? Can I sing? And then it kind of goes from can I sing to can I rap? And he seemed okay with the singing part. The rapping part, he kind of gave her that look of, you don't really know what you're getting yourself into. It's not a game. And she didn't care. Her whole thing was, she felt like, you're supposed to be supportive. Not only are you supposed to be supportive, this is supposed to be, it's almost like a guarantee. Hey, I want to do this. You do that. Why don't you help me with that? But you could tell that he just kind of gave her that look of, I don't know if you got it like you think you got it. Now, and then when it goes from that, we see the bubbly Sydney Star. She's saying her first real consultation regarding post-op surgery. And the problem, I keep saying the problem, the main issue with her situation is she goes in there and she's like, hey, I'm Sydney Star, and she wants to get her deed to move to a V and all of this. And the doctor's just kind of looking at her like, okay. And she was like, I'm the baddest bee. He said, I'm not gonna say that to you. I'm a professional. So then he goes and says how the process is, and apparently you go and I've heard that before. You take the pee, you flip it inside out, and it becomes the line in for the V. And I was just like, I have a very active imagination, so I was just like, oh my god, oh no. But the main thing is the surgery costs on average $35,000 to $40,000. $1,000. Sydney definitely gave that look of, I don't have that type of money. Don't have that type of money. I don't know where to get that type of money. So now but I'm thinking, I don't believe that this is the first time that maybe this is the first time she's had the consultation with cameras around. Maybe that's what it is, because I feel like she's been thinking about this for years. So I'm sure she did her research. Maybe it was online. Maybe. Now she goes to Mariah Lynn because Mariah Lynn's the only person who's really willing to meet up with her, and there's no judgment. Sydney, why are you dressed like it's summertime? Everyone is, when they're outside, has a coat on or has a hat on or a scarf. Everyone is dressed appropriately except for you. like constantly flaunting or showing off your body doesn't change the image or perception of it. Maybe that's why she does it. But I'm thinking, love, it's not helping your case. It's not helping your case. It's not helping your situation. You just need to go and feel more comfortable, with yourself. And I get it. Maybe once she's post-op, she'll feel comfortable enough. Fine. Fine. No problem. Here's the thing. She's still trying to use music to get that avenue, because originally she said she was going to go to the strip club and make it do what it do. I'm thinking, I don't know if that's the best. You already have body image issues. You already have to tuck, and that just sounds like an incident waiting to happen. We want to avoid that at all costs. Mariah Lynn shows why Mariah Lynn should be more popping out here in these streets musically, because Mariah Lynn can do a catchy song. That's never been her issue. Never. So Sydney was like, look, yeah, I need help with the music. So then Mariah Lynn goes 5, 4, 3, 2. She's a boss chick with nice lips. Have you excited with just one kiss? Want to get freaky, a little bit sneaky. I want to go down with you if you want to. See, Mariah, and this is why I'm kind of looking at her like, what is the problem? Mariah Lynn, especially in this era, should be better than what she's doing. I completely think it has to do with home life versus anything else. That has to be it when it comes to her. So they're going to work together and see how that goes. Now, I almost called him JoJo. Jonathan, he meets up with Maggie, and he's kind of talking about how him and his friends, they're having all these issues, and to make matters worse, Kimbella and Mariah Lynn, they don't believe or they don't trust Yandy and her intentions. And Maggie's friends with Yandy, so Maggie's definitely gonna go and tell that to Yandy at some point. But Alexis Sky comes along and she tells her story. Again, all of them are wearing furs, wearing coats, wearing appropriate attire for the fall. Period. The main thing is, it's this conflict of interest. Alexis Sky, she's trying to go and get away from the shooting situation. As we know, Maggie was shot, so she completely gets it. And that's probably why she was also very calm when Alexis told her that essentially Mano gave her the same song that she wanted, that Maggie wanted. And Maggie said, oh, okay. Alexis said, yeah, come to the studio. I mean, that's your dude, so it's no problem, right? And she was like, yeah, no problem at all. I'm thinking, if only you knew. If only you knew. But I do like this more turned down Alexis Sky, because before it just seemed like too much. Rich Dallas goes and meets up with Jacquet, and also meets up with Naya, and Naya's talking about how she's upset herself because she got taken out of character, or I should say she played the character that she's been playing for years, or showcasing everyone, and she's very hurt that she went backwards instead of forwards. The good thing is there is such a thing called redemption, and moving forward, she's going to try and keep it together, and Rich acknowledges that he didn't give her an easy task. So he's going to go and make sure that he goes and does some calls to help out Nia Lee. And that's all Nia Lee wanted. So I'm glad it came full circle. This season isn't bad. It's just not drama filled in the drama that we're used to. It's actually real life stuff. So I have no problems with this season. Now we have Alexis Sky. She's vibing to the song that Mano has. It's a very boss chick, you the baddest bee type of hook / song. Perfectly fine. Ladies will love it. And explains why his girlfriend loves it too. That's why she wanted to be on it. That's why she came to the studio. That's why she had that look on her face like, oh hey! So I see you giving the song that I wanted to do to someone else, or another female artist that actually has only been doing this for a short period of time. Okay! It's because she has a bigger name behind her. Let's just call it what it is. That's the main reason. So Alexis leaves because she realizes that this wasn't what she thought it would be, as far as them having any issues with the song. So she's gonna go out. It looked like she left her purse, so she must have came back. Now, Mano's trying to explain, hey, I don't know how serious you are about this because you quit. Music isn't something you just decide to quit and back off of before you really get started. And he was saying he's still trying to become big. He has name recognition, but he isn't where he wants to be. So you, from starting from ground zero, it's going to be a lot. And she said a lot of stuff happened. As you know, got shot. Her brother became blind. It was just so many things. And then she was in a relationship with him. So she also was showing support and love because they're in a relationship. And it just got away from her. But now she's more focused than she's ever been. And she's like, if I have to go and work with someone else to prove to you that I am serious about this, I will do it. That's not what I want to do, but that is what I'll do. Joel has a real conversation with his mom because he tells her that he's going to propose to Kimbella, but she's looking at him and thinking, are you sure you want to do that? Or are you doing this because you're potentially going away? Because there's a huge difference. And you have to be ready for that. You have to be ready for what that means, what that entails. Just be careful. I feel like the mom's just like, look, if they're going to be forever, they're going to be forever. But let's not jump to conclusions. I like Mariah Lynn's regular hair color, her natural hair color, the darker hair. It looks good on her. It makes sense for her. The blonde was cool for a moment, but her regular hair color looks better. Now, Sydney Starr, she's in the meeting with Mariah Lynn and as well as Rich. Rich didn't know that Mariah was going to be there, and they've had past history. Rich says he's been going through a lot and dealing with a lot in his personal life, so whatever is going on here has to be serious. It's not a joke to him, and when you went in the studio after you had some time to work on the record, it was a joke. That was a joke. There was something serious about what you gave. So then she goes and plays a song that was Mariah Lynn's song essentially, but Sydney redid it. I don't know if she put her spin to it or if she just went, if she went, I'm stumbling because watching her doing the choreography, it could work. It sounds like a real song. It sounds like an in the club song. Well, I mean, not every club, certain clubs, but it could work. That's all that matters. And Rich just wasn't paying attention. Mariah Lynn said, "Oh, I see what's going on here. I'm gonna leave because I want to make sure that this doesn't go left. But you're playing around too much, and I don't like that. You know, we're trying to be serious over here, even if you don't think that's the case." Rich in the confessional said, "No, this record's actually good. I don't have a problem with it. It's just Sydney Starr. I don't know if I can work with her." And I feel like that's more honest than what you were doing before. What you were doing before was a little messy. Now we see that. Now we see she's in the studio, and so Maggie does what we tell a lot of these people to do. She actually goes and books a studio and records a song, not on her own. She's working with this guy who she's known for years, and it was great. It was great as far as it was a cool setup. The song sounds good. Unfortunately, the very next day, the guy dies. He dies because he was shot and killed. And Jonathan knew him, Naya knew him, and it's messed up because they're just like, no, not Jonathan. Jacqueline knew him. Apparently, they're like, he wasn't one of those guys that was out there in the streets, so for him to get shot and killed, Alexis said best, a bullet doesn't have a name. Well, I mean, maybe like the new age military ones, but a regular one doesn't. So it's just about living in the present, and that's what all of them are going to do. Oh, that was sad. And it ends on a lighter note with Kimbella being proposed to by her man, Jules. So that was it. Please like, comment, subscribe. Come back next week.